If your document includes images, illustrations, tables, or other items that would benefit from identification, you can use Word's caption feature to attach a caption to it. A caption is a label that appears above or below the item it identifies. When you use Word's captioning feature to attach these labels, Word makes it easy to generate a table of figures that can be included as part of the reference material for your long document. Right now, I'm looking at the document called Employee Manual, which you can find in the Chapter 3 folder inside the Exercise Files folder. This is the same document we've been working with throughout the course, with additional formatting that includes 2 table cells and an image. In this video, we'll see how to add figure and table captions. We'll start with the figure right here on the first page. This is nothing more than a JPEG image that has been pasted into the document with text flowing around it. Begin by selecting the image. Just click it once. Next, click References, and then click Insert Caption. The Caption dialog box appears. It offers a number of options that you can set when you create a caption. The first thing you need to do is select an appropriate label. When you click the Label menu, 3 options appear: Equation, Figure, and Table. For this image, Figure might be the most appropriate, but it isn't quite right. Fortunately, we can add a new label. Let's click the New Label button here. In the New Label dialog box, enter the label you want to use. I might want to use the word illustration, so I'll type that in. Then click OK. The word illustration appears in the label box. If you display the menu, you'll see that it's now added to the list. Make sure that it's selected before you release the menu. You might also notice that the word illustration now appears in the box at the top of the dialog. This area is giving us a preview of how the caption will appear. Keep in mind that if you did not want a label to appear with the caption, you could turn on the Exclude Label from Caption checkbox. That's this here. It'll remove that label. I do want the label, so I'll turn that back off. Next, you need to select a position for the caption. Your options are above or below the selected item. I want this caption to appear below the item, so I'll make sure that's selected before I release the menu. Word can automatically number captions for you. You could set the format of the numbering as well as other numbering options by clicking the Numbering button. In this dialog box, click the Format menu to display the options. You'll see that you have Arabic numbers, letters, and Roman numerals. I want regular numbers, so I'll make sure that's selected. If my document had chapter numbers, I could turn on this checkbox here to include the chapter number. If that's turned on, then I need to tell it which heading the chapter number is identified with. And then I can also select a separator to separate the chapter number from the heading. And this area down here shows you some examples of how it might look. I don't want to include a chapter number, so I'll turn that off. I haven't made any changes, but just in case, I'll click Cancel. The Auto Caption feature instructs Microsoft Word to automatically insert a caption for specific types of items you might insert. Let's take a look at that. To use this feature, you would turn on the checkbox beside each type of item you plan to insert in your Word document. So for example, maybe I know that I'm going to include equations from Microsoft Equation. I can turn on that checkbox. It then asks me which label I should use. Equation seems to be the obvious choice here. And then whether I want it above or below the item. So I don't want to do all this, so I'll click Cancel. I don't have anything that I want automatically numbered. Let's go back into the Insert Caption dialog. Reselect Illustration here. And now we're ready to type in the caption text. I'm going to click after the number in here, type in a colon, and then type in the text of my caption. I typed in, "The Two Trees olive oil logo stands for quality." When I'm finished, I can click OK to save my settings and insert the caption. And there's the caption right beneath the logo. I want to point out here that the text inside the caption is completely editable. You can change it if you like. Just edit it like any other text. The one thing you shouldn't edit is the number. This is inserted as a word field. You can tell it's a word field because when you select all the text, you can see that the number has different highlighting. See how it's dark? Word fields are special because they're automatically updated. If you edit the number here, it would not change if another figure were inserted somewhere earlier in the document. And we'll see how that works in a moment. Let's add a caption to a table. I happen to know that there's one near the end of the document. We'll use the navigation pane to get there quickly. If it isn't showing, click View, and then turn on the navigation pane checkbox. Now scroll down in the list of headings here until you see Vacation, and click it. This is the table that we want to attach a caption to. We need to start by selecting the entire table. The easiest way to do this is to point to the table and then click on the button that appears up here in the corner. That'll select the entire table. Now click References and then click Insert Caption. The caption dialog box appears again. Note that this time it automatically comes up with the figure number of 2. It keeps track of the figure numbers in your document and automatically inserts the correct number. But this isn't a figure, it's a table. We want to use the table label, so I'll select that from the label menu. Note that Word changed the number to 1. That's because this is the first table that we're captioning in the document. Word also assumes that we want the position of the caption above the selected item. I'll leave it like that for now. Just remember that you can change the position with this menu here. Let's type in a caption for the table. We'll call it Vacation Accruals. So I'm going to click after the number and type that in. When I'm finished, I'll click OK. The label appears above the table. Because of the additional space it takes up on the page, it pushes the following paragraph onto the next page. But don't worry, a table caption will always appear on the same page as the table it refers to. There's one more table in this document that I'd like to put a caption on. It's under Benefits and Services, so let's click that in the navigation pane to go there quickly. Again, I'll select the table. And then References is already selected, so I'll just click Insert Caption. Once again, Word displays the caption dialog box. This time it's using the table label because that's the one we used last. It also knows that this is table number 1, even though it's the second one we've inserted the caption for. This table comes before the other one in our document. All the rest of the settings are fine, so let's just type in the caption. I'll type in List of Benefits. And then I'll click OK. Now let's go back to the Vacation table. I'll click Vacation in the navigation pane. And as you can see here, the number for the table has changed to 2. Remember, the number is stored as a Word field so that it will change automatically when necessary. That's the basics of inserting captions in your document. You can go through your entire document and insert captions as needed in any order that you like. Word will automatically number them for you based upon the label that you've assigned to them. In the next video, I'll show you how you can create a table of figures to list the captions in your document.